Okay, so since I dropped the phone, I thought it was still recording and it wasn't. And they brought me back in here to complete the read that they had started me on, just so the read, what I'm guessing is, doesn't go so long because people are so impatient or don't have time, I guess. I don't know. Um, so what I was showing you guys was because they were saying, like, with all that rain, that's the high priestess to me worrying. And somebody needed to have some peace about that. It's not like I'm in Auschwitz, you know? But it's like you can see, like, my eyes are kind of getting sunken in. And it's not like I'm just horribly skinny, but I don't have the proper nutrients. And the stuff that I showed you guys that's left, I can make some things out of it, but it's not stuff that I'm supposed to be eating. Keeping the channels cleared and the gluten in the noodles and whatnot. And that's what I meant by, like, feeding the cat. I have to ask what spices, how much, I can help the cat partake of without making the cat sick. Even spaghetti sauce, because it's got onions and garlic, but just like myself, they have made me very aware that little doses build your immunity, your protection. So all this plant life was put here for all creatures to partake of, no matter what people want to keep saying, like, oh, you need meat, or yeah, they got sharp teeth for meat. They have that stuff for protection, not just to eat. And just like us, they're a soul in a different shell that learns to adapt with what they got and what's provided here. Not all this chemical handmade bullshit like the Food and Drug Administration working together. I mean, just that right there. Food and drug. Why are those going together? Guys, come on, help me out. Why are we investing all this money in the government and the medical pharma, whoever, to create medicines? It's all around us. And if they, well, I'm sure they've done the research, but the research being done with that, with the plant life, man, the knowledge is already there. It's fuckery. So let's get on with the read. What they were bringing me to was first, so on your side, a King of Pentacles, somebody that's got their money, finances laid out here. Now, I didn't get through the rest of it. It was just to speed up the read. It looked like somebody was worrying, and so they wanted me to put that out there. I'm surviving. What they've also showed me is with some plants that I take care of, how far even those plants can go without water and survive. And so that's been like I'll go like, I need to water that plant. And some of them are medicine, like not that medicine. It's a different lesson right now. And when I finally understood, it was like, just like you're withering away, the plant is. It's kind of like me and the cat. It's just this transition period. Everything is energy, and all the energy is going through it on one side or another. And so it's like they want to show me how far those plants can wither away and still come back to life and bear fruit. So it's not like, don't worry, but yeah, I would like some different circumstances here. Back to the King of Pentacles. So you hang in there if you're feeling like, fuck, I'm hungry or I don't have options. It's going to come through. The King of Pentacles is addressing their emotions and their desires right here, which make them a bit nervous with this mouse energy and this gazelle energy. And this is when somebody is hyper aware, and that's why I feel they wanted me to do the video so quick. It was like this urgency, like to help bring calm, which everything is calm now. That downpour at these last few days have been kind of crazy. a gazelle like takes like leaps of faith, you know. But the hyper awareness, well, you hear it hyper, so it's heightened. And so in the wild, well, yeah, you know, they got lions and cheetahs and whatever's, you know, out there. And so they, you know, head on a swivel. And that's where they were telling me about the shark energy, right? It's almost like the shark energy is relatable because it's like people like myself, I'm in this house, but it's like I'm wading in water. It looks like a house to everybody else, but energetically and in this lineup, I'm wading in water. Like, I need a lifeline, okay? I need to stay aware of the fucking sharks, and if they come, fucking bonk them in their fucking nose and hope a whale or something drives them away from me, right? Or the whale put me on their back and have me in some safety, right? The gazelle don't have that option on land, right? And they don't climb trees. They don't do none of that shit, right? They hop and they get the fuck up out of town. It's an elegant power too. So this person, your high priestess, is very much, they're worried for you. So, okay, I get it. And, but we need them to come back and be calm and not be nervous because it's not the energy to be in, but the universe is pushing them in that energy so they take an action. So that person is also aware of how death and rebirths work. And they know if they don't come to you, they're not going to have their rebirth, which is to be prophetic. Lamb represents patience and prophecy. Now it seems like they finally got that understood, this Ace of Wands. So they have a new passionate idea behind that because I'm guessing they want to join you and they want to be there. That's what my counterpart, what we're in line for is to go and do this with celebrities. Even though they're a celebrity, there's still parts in their path they haven't ascended to in the consciousness that I get to help them like get to really fucking fast because they're already chosen and have chosen. They've just been on pause in a sense. So your person sounds like, yeah, bright idea. They do want that and they're coming, like they've been saying. Because they keep saying how prosperity flows toward me. But I've been hearing this and I've been watching people's energy change. And man, this is what's supposed to have been for the last almost 3 years. You know, told that there's King of Pentacles in the community, very high level, been observing me, wants to help me out, see me do better. And then we go through another fucking year cycle because they didn't do it. So now shit's getting really real. And I'm being told to do what the universe doesn't really want you to do, in my sense, is to have to go ask. It's for people to recognize what I do and provide something in exchange, right? So all kinds of views and stuff on the videos, and no, not like hundreds and thousands, but even though I've been saying my case, people see my journey, I ain't had one donation. So unless that's because somebody's in my shit, which I don't think they're in my shit. Anybody watching this, if you've donated, I haven't received it. So there you go. The only donations I've received have been in my personal contact with people, but I've been put my own isolation here at Maria's to heal and get more shit together. And we'll go where we're going now. So here we go to the turtle. When they come to me with this, it's like your person needs to slow down. It's a shift. And a lot of people are going to be hitting this plateau because it's time for us to sit, figure some things out. People will literally get hurt and sat down to have that time out if they don't stop. And that's the highest self. It ain't like, oh, it's the devil. It's like, I mean, some people got some, you know, smackdowns coming. But some people, they just get like the ankle or the arm. It takes them out of commission from how they normally would earn money or something so they can sit and they can get more connected. They told me this person gonna be doing it, but I haven't seen that slowdown yet. There's more to it. I'm gonna look in the book that they want me to say about the turtle spirit, but that is what I always hear most loudly. And so that time is coming for you guys to slow down and do your thing, get acquainted with your business and or love. It's coming. Why? Because you earned it. But the thing is, the energy, like all energy, it travels through other sources, right? We're all vessels, right? So people could talk all this junk about manifestation, and I'm a great manifester. If it ain't coming, it's not because I've done something wrong or I ain't getting something. My counterparts are not stepping up. My community ain't stepping up. And a big reason why I did that video and stuff, New Magic, for the protest was because I saw where the vibration was going. And I'm like, no, this ain't how it's supposed to go. We beyond having to march and put all our energy into marching. We need to put into ourselves and celebrating with each other and figuring out how we can enjoy this life and not participate in this system and not be distracted, because that's what that is, by the system and complaining about it. It don't do shit. But if we pull together and, well, I'm not going to say everything yet that I'm going to do for the community. It's pretty huge. And I'm going to show all these actors and entertainment and musicians how they really could have just helped in a big, great deal with very little that wouldn't have really taken much from them at all, and it would have kept the balance. And I'm going to be one person fucking showing that if I have to, and they don't want me to do that. So this is why this is happening. And I'm not trying to do it because it would shame a lot of people. But I did that music video also to stand by Colin Kaepernick. And they took me to his story, like Trayvon. And I'm like, yeah, that's my brother, yo. My brother from another mother, I get him. And it hurt me for him to watch it take such a strong stance and see everybody still continue making their riches in the industry. So one way or another, he took that stance for everybody. And I hope y'all fucking put money in his account while he went through that, because he took one for the team in the biggest fucking way. Just like I am. So, yo, I don't get irritated like this. So, universe is getting irritated because I feel the energy coming through me, my communication the other days, and even now. And so, yeah, take note. Now, moving right along. Are we going to go to the turtle? All right, the turtle. Shit. No wonder they wanted me to get it started here. I thought it was just going to be like freaking 5-10 minutes to let you guys know it was okay. Man. Turtle. Oh, they said that the person also, like they told me, is losing rest. That's why I had to do it. I forgot. They're restless. Your person may be restless. So maybe there's something you could say or do to bring them comfort, let them know, hey, I'm here. It's hard, but I'm here. And I have love and I have patience for you, but I'm here. So if you need to make that reach out, make that reach out. And if you holding back because you're bitter, let go of it. So, yeah, ancient soul. That's what they said earlier. Somebody ain't listening because they're blocking my ear. The person know they're ancient, so they know this. They gotta get together because you keep supporting people moving in the dark side because of loyalty. You're fucking yourself, man. That doesn't, it never worked, and it's definitely not working now. It's like you gotta choose, and it don't matter if it's your mama or your granny, man, your nana. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's your daddy and he have all the money. You need to be giving your truth, no matter what you might lose or think you might lose, because you might have to lose it so the universe can go ahead and bring it all back to you through good energy. But this is, like I said, energy travels through all the different vessels. That includes money. Where am I going to make money just come up, right? Where? I'm following spirit, I know, and I'm doing my job. And I need my counterparts to step ass up. All right, so here we go. Yes? They may be at home, because it says at home in the self. So either hibernating still, the isolation. The turtle has a very hard shell, you know, and it pops its head out. It's all good, right? If it stays in. But if it pops its head out, it risks. Yeah. It risks dangers. Gosh. The ear. Not listening. So they're at home and self. Yeah, they probably feel really comfortable for their circumstance compared to you, is what I hear. Yeah, it says it is wonderful. So they home situation, not saying energetically, but their home situation is very probably cozy and comfortable, easy for them not to make a move because they're comfortable. And that's kind of disappointing because at this level, that's hard for me to believe somebody would. No, it's not that hard. We get ignorant, especially with a lot of things on our minds and stuff. A lot of people don't look outside the box and think about, like I said, people might see this house and be like, oh, Val's fine. And it's like, it is a house and I'm sheltered and it's a beautiful scene, but it's in the house of somebody that's been very cruel to me. And I'm in Big Island. If y'all seen it in my posts, I live on a very long road, and that's what it is like in the Hawaiian Paradise Park. It's like a main vein, so you'll hear cars go by because they hit it to the cliffs for healing. But like I said, I'm like, it's like being in a tower. Like, who is that? Thumbelina. I don't know, the girl that lets her hair down so the guy can climb up and get her. It's just like being like that. And that's what they show me in my fairy tale deck. And a long time ago, when all this started, when they said I have love, career, and finances all at once, someone's going to come sweep me off my feet. And I thought, yeah, right, because I thought it was Isabel. And I was like, that ain't happening. Look, and as they tapping right now. So somebody is riding in. Ships are coming in on that split. Yep. So hang in there. That's what I would say. But I wanted to show you guys. Because see this deck, guys, I'm Cinderella. You're probably Cinderella sitting here in your evil stepmother's house. Father waiting on, well, like as they told me, a privileged woman. So where I'm at here, but they also did say that if that didn't happen, there's going to be a male stepping in. But the male wasn't romantic. So they just wanted to see me do well. And, but it's like, it's kind of like, this fairy tale story where it's like, they got to come and give you the kiss and wake your ass up, in a sense. Bring you back to life. And shit, I don't really want to get there, man. I'm trying to just get to the card and they tapping everything. Like, there's an ending here coming with the sight and this. And the thing is, they told me who was watching my story, they was like really upset at what they was hearing. But they're going to come in like a ninja. Like they're feeling competitive, but playful competitive. And it still didn't happen. And like I said, it's like committing in the knot in their consciousness. And it's like they're very certain in their consciousness and then they back out. But it's this tower. And let me know that's kind of was my situation here. And I kind of laughed that off. Like, nah, I can go, but really not. Because you got to hitchhike. If I'm not using Maria's other car that's got black mold that she's taken back and forth from me. She told me in the very beginning when I was going to not move here for like a month and a half till we figured out where we were going, that she was going to have a guy come and detail it and clean the mold. And she never did it. Like I said, didn't do any of what she said. So it threw every fucking thing off. And I was in a cycle this whole last year and even now. But I knew that the cycle was possibly going to last to more than a year and a half. It's been almost a year, no, not quite a year and a half, I think, with her. But I had this inner knowing, and I told her, I was like, because she'd be like, make a decision. And I'm like, always trying to tell me, make a decision. I'm like, what do you mean by that's how I roll. I don't need to make a decision. It sounds like you need to make a decision. But she was always trying to get me to commit to something in her life. And but while she was just plotting and planning. So universe knew I was going to be caught in this tower. I didn't really know it was going to be like that because we did share a very special love. So I thought in the very beginning, but guess what? As soon as I got to the house, a lot of things started changing, and then we get back on a good path, and she would have good growth, and then not. But when we come back all around here, no, there's so much that she reverts back to what she knows, and that's to manipulate people, not manifest. So they told me, you don't get out till your counterpart cashes you out. And I was like, cashes me out? And they're like, in this whole spiritual realm, you are not, I don't want to say bonded, but yes, bonded, because I made a soul contract with Maria. I just didn't know what that entailed because she was lying and hiding what she was really about in a facade. Okay, so she is connected to only so far, though. And when she takes these choices that are in low vibe, it just started to separate us. Yeah, secrets. Okay, we're moving right along. All right, I don't know. They applauding that. Somebody needed to hear that. Somebody's excited. I don't know. Anyways, they said that my counterpart had to basically come and cash me out. And I'm like, fuck that, I'm like, I can always get my way out. But I've been really humbled by this experience because it's like, no, divine timing and alignment. I make a move, they make a move. And so until somebody, another energy source, whether it's the community giving me donations for the reads that they appreciate, and I get to move myself up out of here, even if it's just to stay at another Airbnb, it don't happen until that goes down. Like, not even with my music. Like, because I put out a song, Not Ready, in the past, and any of you guys that know that or saw that, I've had complete faith in everything I do, so I ain't manifesting against myself. I've been wondering, like, whoa, what's been going on? When I find out the whole push and pull, it's more like, I make a move, they make a move. I make a move, they make a move. I make a move, they make a move. And we ascend together. What it happens is we get this far, and the other person is like, this tightrope, and I don't want to I ain't trying to do that work, so I'm going to fucking take the rug out from your ass and take what you got to offer. And now they slap it. See, this energy, the gods are upset. I didn't think I'd be saying that, but clearly they are, because, and that's meaning like your higher selves, who, whatever. I told you Spirit will come along and put a whooping on that ass. So if you lost in the current, like, that's what this fish represents. But you see, that's the high priestess. So high priestess might be still lost in the current. The energy doesn't seem like they are. This is a feminine energy here. See the tiger. And I am curious what this that shit ain't funny. That's for sure. In reverse. But let's see what's going on here. I don't know. It's like I have been having all this like congestion too. I think it's with the cleansing and the healing and my sinuses. I don't know if maybe you guys are, but it's like my ears are getting plugged, and like when I talk, it's like, you know how it talks when one of your ears is plugged or something, but it's like, oh, people might be crying the rain. Fuck. That's what it is. They might be crying really bad because my sinuses and all right. So with that being said, in the union though, the bear energy, which represents a new beginning, but they said the bear energy was coming in, which is also like a mothering, protective nature. But they're showing it in the energy, so it's like you both protecting each other and the union for a new beginning. Now, I want me to go to the tiger first here for you guys. I don't know, open up your fucking ears, man. Pay attention. Like I said, I keep hearing right now the crickets during the day. When I hear them, that or the rain, it's like the high priestess. But the cricket sounds like it's the pleasantness after the rain. And so I feel good about that. God. Damn. Oh, but here's also the fucking other thing. Hold on. There's what I just said, but I tend to take on physical things from people that I'm channeling for, even like with Maria. So like her teeth is where her gum line was receding. Mine started receding so fucking fast, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And when she get away from me, you know, because I'll massage my gums and stuff, you know, and just do what I could do, they heal very fast. But for her, it's not really healing. And so when she leave, I'll notice they'll start to grow back very fast. And the gum line, which to me, my understanding is they don't grow back very fast. And right now, my ear, and I'm starting to wonder because of this whole being pulled about 3 days ago to Luis Miguel's story. He had a problem with his ear. So, ooh, maybe he's listening or tapping. I don't know. But for you, open up your ears, pay attention, because what I did notice from his story, see, that's the thing I was saying. If you don't slow down, universe going to sit your ass down. You can heal from it, but it may take a very long time. It depends on how fast your consciousness gets together and what your mission work is in line for. So they took my voice for 2 years with the whole COVID and all that, and it started to really freaking... It was interesting because they played this... They wanted me to watch the movie and I didn't go watch it because I didn't know the significance of wanting me to watch these movies. And it was this movie about this guy, Metal. I think it was called Metal. He was a drummer. He played like metal music. And I stopped watching immediately because the way the movie started out, the vibe, I didn't like the energy. And it was like this, you know, like in the guy's ear. And I don't like heavy metal music. And I'm like, I'm not going to enjoy it. So I didn't watch it. But I realized there was something to it because he lost his hearing, it seems like, for a couple years in the movie, if I remember what I read or the first part, what I saw. And I think that was also to prepare me. And they took me to Foxy Brown and told me Foxy lost her hearing for 2 years. Like she went deaf. I didn't know that. And I was like, oh, so they take on my voice, so I'm not focused on singing right now. I need to be doing the spiritual connective stuff. And that's paid off well for me because guess what? It's been hellacious just with music and whatnot. So hope that helps some of you guys. But God, this is just really bothering me. I hate when I try to talk because of like what it does. Anyways, here we go. What are we on? Okay, so this person, because if you're cross-watching or whatnot, or whoever's in this energy, to bring into balance, they want me, like for them to bring into balance is the Tritaka, which is candle gazing. Is there anything else to say about that? So Lunar force ease in darkness. God, my fucking... It like hurts back here too when I try to talk to you guys, which is weird that they want me to do this read, but I don't know. Massage your glands or something, you guys, because something is hurting right there. And I do a lot of, to like, try to clear whatever's blocked here. And I don't do coke, because I know that, you know, people, it took me a long time to understand when people have that cold in the hot summer, and you're like, why they have a cold in the summer, and learn that they fucking a cokehead. I don't do that type of shit. I don't like that. I don't like Vicodin from the dentist, none of that shit. But I've done ecstasy, and I do or MDMA, but not like all every rare, like, I mean, occasion. But it's good because it brings you to the heart chakra. So if you're in this dark space, but some people get addicted, right? And I don't really have an addictive personality, thank the Lord, you know. But that needs to be said for some people. So too, if you out here snorting that shit, man, leave that shit alone. Where are we? They're not done with the tiger. Stillness. Accept. Okay. Is that the accept that's in the book? No. So they say accept, because in the book it says, like, exception, like, and I didn't get to the rest of whatever they're saying because it's not the message. So somebody needs to accept their stillness. And yeah, sometimes, like, it's like it opens up my airway and my ear canal when I do that, but then it closes back. And it used to be my left one that would do that, and that they would tell me that my counterpart wasn't listening. But this is on my right, so it's a masculine energy, I would say, that's not listening right now. The feminine energy is. So y'all figure that out, how that applies or resonates with your situation. If you are feeling like that, well, you're gonna know. Okay, so where are we going? Like, own it or their own? So what? Oh, okay, so it's awakening of your own power you're going through right here. Okay. And if you notice, it makes sense because the Lamb in reverse, who's prophetic, when we clear the chakras, right? The crown is the final chakra, okay? Everybody, like, starts down here and they sex bound, you know, and that bullshit. Because they stop there is why I call it like that. They don't, you know, venture on. They latch on to people like us. Not saying your person, but the society. To bring them the message, and they tear us down. That's why a lot of artists get built up and tore the fuck down. It's like people idolize you, and then they get jealous, and that's why I think there's a big thing about YouTube and all that now, because it, you know, the imbalance. You know, other people want to be the star of the show. The jealousy, how we can get over the jealousy is giving people platforms to be the star too. The problem with that though is people just want to be famous. So they're distracting a lot of energy on YouTube. They even going and taking people's music, you know, and not supporting it through what they're doing. They're trying to distract somebody to their page because, oh, I'm a fan and I'm doing all this and that and here you go. And it's like, no, go get your own fucking life, make your own magic, and stop trying to distract from my website and my profit. If you want to support, give them a link that sends them to my shit. Or make it very obvious, like my art is interwoven in your art, not you redoing my song over and over and over again. Like, people don't give time these days for people like, I hope I say her name, SZA. I noticed like other artists, but there was a song only out, I think, 6 months, and she's already got everybody trying to redo it. It's one thing to, like, embody the song and live in it, but let her song breathe and her make her full abundance off of it before you come over here trying to show how you could do it better. And if you really ain't doing it, better sit the fuck down. And even if you are, don't fucking do it. Because why? That's her magic. She invested the time and the energy on getting that as perfect as she could. And someone wants to take all that work, hijack it. No, if it's an older song, bring it back to life. Absolutely. Check with spirits, make sure that's okay. But pursue your own magic. Anyways, what I was saying about clearing these channels, it makes sense because we in the final stages, right? You know, getting through the heart chakra, through the throat, and then through the sinuses. So I would say your person's getting pretty close here to making that switch and that flip. I didn't address the hyena. Oh, they're saying they're applauding what I said. Like, oh, why? And it's like in this figure 8 form of energy. Okay, cool. All right. Well, who? Oh, they're applauding your person. I'm hearing the birds and the crickets again. And things are still, like still. And they said, accept the stillness. Okay, so things are moving good. All right. Coming to the hyena. I just hate talking, hearing. It just fucking bothers me. Hyena. And no wonder they had me lace them out first. I thought it was going to be short. All right. The hyena is in reverse. Means that someone's being scrappy, petty, or suspicious. They are noting suspicious for them. That's the main focus. So someone in their life is making them very suspicious in your person's life. And that has them lost in the current. And that's why I say, well, if we don't know and there's someone confusing us in our life, don't matter if they fucking like it or not. Get away. Go take a day away at least. Mini vacation, preferably, to have that energy completely broken, to be in your own energy. You got to be in your own energy is what I'm saying. However that is. And sometimes that's really hard to do. Especially like me right now. I'm in Maria's place. So it's constantly hanging over me, her back and forth. Oh, no, honey, I know what you're doing. Stay as long as you need to. And then flipping it on me and like, why are you here? You're still here. She won't tell me to go. She won't say you got to get out because she knows that's going to fuck her karmically. And she knows who and what I am. So instead, she tries to force me out energetically. And then, no, she wants a friend. And it got to the point where it's like, I said this before, this stray cat coming to help balance energy for me. You know, those cats and dogs and animals are gods and goddesses too. They're just in a different shell. And I'm welcoming the cat in because there's nothing out here that's less than me. Nothing. Now, the choices they make might be, but I don't look at anybody as less than me. I look at their choices as. And so I'm saying, invite the cat in because it's here, you know. Universe brought this cat here. So it holds an energy that's productive to some extent, right? But I notice it don't like her energy. And I could tell her, like, I'll feed it and be like, hey, don't move fast around it. It can't see very well. The fire ants have clouded its eyes, and understandably, the hypersensitivity, right? And she's still force her way to come. And I tell her over and over, and it's like, why don't you move slower? You watch me move slower. Why don't you care about it? And it's like she just have this need to get this cat to want and love her. And so I'm like sitting one day, I'm like, come in, and she's behind me. And, you know, she's like about right here. And, or maybe right here, I don't know. And I'm like, I feel her energy, and I look behind me, and she's going, you know, to the cat. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, well, unless it shows me more love, it can't come in. And I was like, This chick ain't changed worth a fucking nothing. The cat can't even have mercy. It's got a fucked up leg that looks like it's out of socket, like and a long scar, like it got bit by a dog or something. They can't see. It's gotten trapped on the other side of the fence with the neighbor's 2 dogs before, and I saw it hold its presence like a fucking Jedi, and I knew it was a lesson for me. And I'm like, dang, those pig dogs. But it held this energy that expanded and kept the dogs away. And if they tried, it just was, you know, like, but a little. But to me, if I was a big dog, I wouldn't have been scared of that fucking cat. But it showed me how it held, it stood firm. Like they keep telling me with the Tree of Hope, standing firm, artwork from Frida Carmen. Please forgive me, don't have her name all the way like in order. But y'all look her up because there's a lot for me to learn from that. Back to the hyena though. What? Sarcasm. Oh, okay. Man. I keep hitting my ear. Sarcasm. So maybe they're trying to block somebody out who is trying to feed you a lot of sarcasm, or you need to block them out. That it would be low vibe. Okay. What would happen if you took your goals seriously? So, but it's interesting. They're not saying that to you. They're saying that to your person's connection. Someone that's up in their life. I'm guessing that they don't have to be a lover, but a partner of some sort. Is that so? Yes. And then tap in sobriety here. So they're not sober because it's in reverse. Excuse me. Like, when I hit the truth really hard, sometimes they like clear my channel and make me burp. So this person is not sober, yeah, and they're being sarcastic. Block them the fuck out. Yeah, they're saying get them out because that's keeping you lost. Not you, sorry. It could be you or your person is keeping them lost in the current. Because they keep having me switch back and forth like I'm talking to both. So, like I said, the energies are back and forth. That's understandable between all parties or both parties because people are becoming balanced. There's no way to say, oh, it's only divine masculine or feminine. It's like, is the energy operating in the masculine side, which is the cabeza, right? Or on the feminine side, which is the heart. See, we're trying to bring them together, right? People speak their truth. All right, was there anything else to that? Is it over? No. But they're applauding. It's just like all this applauding and dancing around, man. Oh, I can't wait till that's really me. All right. There. Is that where we ended? That's where we ended. Okay. I hope that helped whoever. But whoever's talking shit in your ear, get them the fuck away. I'm sure that seems like what I probably have coming here when Maria gets here. They said something about the 23rd. I don't know if that's her because see, there's so much of my path I don't get to know because there's a bunch that's going to come to head. And see, if I knew, it's a lot she have to witness. That's what I was told. So, and then I made the mistake of her just, man, badgering the hell out of me one day and even trying to call out the accuracy of me, even though she keep coming back for the accuracy, right? She just low vibe trying to tear me apart. And I forget where I was going this fucking ear. Oh, the sarcasm. And her coming back. It sounds like she's coming back with that. Being that she told her daughter that she's very clear that she doesn't want me to know when she's coming back. Go figure that. So the devil energy is still there, right? Because where I feel like she's ascended, she should know better than that. And it just shows how much she still doesn't want to provide knowledge for me to properly move. And that's why you got to learn to tap into source too. And for me, it's kind of crazy because I know I got to be protected, but the reality is I had a vision, few, and one was during Pride, and they were saying that there will be possibly a public situation where whoever I was with, like some people from the island, which I ain't been out with nobody in a minute, but people that care for me were going to see how she was treating me. And they would be enraged by it, and it could lead to a altercation between them just because of her exerting herself and them not putting up. They're not me, so they're not gonna restrain her. They're gonna pop her back. And I thought, oh, no, wow, I can change this. Like, we don't need people fighting or getting hurt. And they're like, oh no, she's held you prisoner, and she's gonna need to know what that feels like. But my understanding, DR, she literally told me, like, I feel like I'm in prison, like. And I'm like, oh, okay, so she's going through it, but they're like, no, she have to witness what happens with you. And when she was going in on me that day, I said to her, I can't wait to see the look on your face when you get your karma from me. And that's why I say that's my mistake, because I don't need to see it, but at the same time, that's already what's in motion. And they told me that was going to happen anyway, even without that baby manifestation, because that's part of my redemption. And so in her journey of healing too and growing, she got to see the truth come to light, even her own. So that could be what you're looking at. You might be on this pause waiting for your other counterpart to come in and cash you out. In that sense, or the community. But your person has to witness people stepping up for you and how they fucked up, basically. And so they can learn and get aligned for their next circumstance. But do we leave it there? We leave it there. So peace, love, and blessings over you. If you need a hug, man, talk to spirits. They might have you hug yourself, or you can actually feel them and feel their energy and just say, hey, can I have a bigger hug? And you will feel it, Tap in. Don't stay alone.